Hey y'all, let's see what we gonna cook today. Any, mini, miny, mo, catch a tire, buy a toe. If you holler, let it go. Da 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 bum screen beans, yay! Okay. First things first, let's wash these dishes. Nobody need to be cooking in no dirty kitchen because that's just more work for you at the end. Let's get these dishes done so we can get cooking. Before we get started, I just want to thank y'all for cooking with Pretty P today. Okay, boom. Dishes is washed. Next things next. Let's pick out some meat out this freezer. I know my freezer look a little bare, but mind your business. Okay, so we're just gonna let this meat thaw for a couple of hours. Don't put it in hot water. I don't know why. That's what my mama tell me. So just sit it in the sink and just let it sit, and that's it. After your meat thaw, we're gonna rinse it off and we're gonna put it in a pot of water and we're gonna start to boil these neck bones. Alright, the internet says take 2 hours to boil neck bones. So, an hour into the neck bones, we're going to put on some rice. If you don't got a measuring cup, use a mug. Who cares? So, you need 2 cups of water. Okay, next things next. We're going to turn the stove up all the way to 9 just until the water reaches a boil. Add salt to your liking. Alright, grab your mug or measuring cup and let's pour 1 cup of rice. Okay, after you've poured your 1 cup of rice, let's pour it into our boiling hot water. But be careful, don't burn yourself. Turn the stove down to 5. So now the rice is on, the neck bones is on. We're going to move to the meat. We're going to take them out of the Ziploc bags and rinse them off because my mom always say, you don't know who been touching that before you. Now this might be right, this might be wrong. The decision is yours, but it's right to me. I holla. Now this is a personal preference, but rinse out your bag that your meat was in so your trash don't smell like raw meat. You're welcome. Alright, don't forget to check on your rice. Don't be playing in it, stirring in it like grits. Stir it once or twice, that's what my mama say. Now go in your cabinet, pick 5 or 6 seasonings, it don't matter. Now that's just a tip, don't be stingy with the seasoning or your food will show it. We're gonna go in here a little heavy on everything and that's it. Okay, I take that back. I lied. If you have lemon pepper or Italian season, do just a little because they're both really strong and will overpower everything else. Another tip. Okay, so your meat should look something like this. After you're done seasoning it, we're just going to massage it in. Make sure we get the corners and the cracks and the bones and everything. We just need seasoning everywhere. Yeah, don't be scared to get your hands messy because I promise you it's going to be worth it in the end. But boom. Alright, don't wash your hands just yet. We're going to flip it and we're going to do it all over again. Remember what I said, heavy on the seasoning, except if you have lemon pepper or Italian season. And I know I'm not Italian, but Italian season is bomb. Next time y'all go shopping, pick up some Italian season. Now let's rub this mix in. Remember what I said, all the cracks, corners, everything. Alright, let's get this air fryer together. We're going to plug it in, set it to 375 for 22 minutes, and that's that. That's what the internet said, and I don't question the internet. We're going to add a little bit of oil to the bottom of this bowl so we can dip the pork chop in and make sure everything is oiled up before sticking it in the pan, and that's that. Now, you don't need a lot of oil. You just need like a little drizzle, enough so it won't stick. Okay, your pork chop should look something like this. You can rinse your hands off and stick in the air fryer, hit start, and we're going to leave this in here for 22 minutes. This is just a little tip. Let's clean as we go. So after I wash the dishes, I like to take my time and wipe off the seasonings because I was touching it with raw meat. And that's that. And last but not least, take you a drink. It's like, I'm just kidding. Let's check on everything else before we start these screen meat. Dang, that meat look good. Okay, y'all, I finally got a can opener, so I gotta use a knife no more like my mama showed me. Okay, so now after you open up your string beans, we're just gonna drain the water off. I don't know why, but my mama said you're not supposed to use the water out the can, so we're just gonna drain it off, and that's that. So we just gonna sprinkle a little bit of oil at the bottom, not a lot, just enough to cover the bottom. Then we're gonna pour our 2 cans of string beans in the pot. It should look something like this, and don't forget to check your meat. Check your meat. Alright, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how long it's been, but make sure you watch your meat, and yeah, remember to flip, or you're just gonna have burnt meat, and that's that. Okay, my mama say after you dump the beans in the pot, you're gonna rinse out the cans and get just a little bit of water. Now you're gonna dump that water just enough to cover the bottom so the beans can steam. Now let's be fancy and add some potatoes to our string beans. So we're gonna rinse this potato off and get a bowl of cold water. Not hot, but cold. There's no right or wrong way to dice your potatoes. You can dice into 4, 6, 8, whatever. Just dice the potatoes, and that's that. Next, you want to dump your diced tomatoes into your string beans. It should look something like this. Now check your meat. Check your meat. Now that everything's going, neck bones, meat, rice is done. We're going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to the string beans. To your liking, though. To your liking. That's what my mama said. Okay, it's about that time. The pork chops are finally done. So let's get that out. And yeah, that's that. Dang, that meat look good. Remember what I said, clean as you go, less work in the end. Okay, at this point, everything's pretty much done. Rice is done, meat is done, green beans is steaming. Don't forget about your neck bones. Just let them boil until they reach 2 hours, and then we're going to add it to the string beans and let it simmer, and then you're done. And that's that. I'm going to go ahead and say thank y'all for cooking with Pretty P once again. Okay, so everything's done. We have some air fried pork chop, steamed green beans, potatoes, and neck bones with white rice. Thank y'all so much for watching. That's what my mama said. And for the one time, my mama said the quickest way to a man's heart is his stomach. So if you want your man to sleep like this, call 1-800-599-22. I'm just playing.